So are you looking for a new construction home, but you don't want to be so far away from Dallas just to get a good price? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. We're in Solterra, which was voted the #1 master plan community for 2025. And as a matter of fact, we're going to hop on the map later on and show you just how close it is. You will be shocked. We're going to take a look at this home, but we're going to come back to that one because we've got another one right down here. We're looking at 2 Castle Rock model homes and the exact same floor plan in a spec home so you can see what's available right now. So let's go ahead and get after it. Okay, so we are starting inside. This is the Truman, and holy cow. All right, guys, this one's pretty cool. So this is a 2-story home. It's 4,219 square feet. It's got 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, and a 2-car garage. So let's take a look. When we walk in, you see you've got the nice glass door. You come right in, you've got your home office. Now this is a really nice size home office. And it comes with the French doors. And then just across the way, you have one of your secondary bedrooms. And this is perfect for like your guests because it does have its own ensuite bathroom. So you've got a nice ensuite bathroom, and I love the cabinets that they've put in here. So see, they've gone with more of the wood tone. I really like that. And your nice quartz countertop. Now this has just the large walk-in shower with the tile that goes all the way up to the top. But check this out. When you come into your living, dining, and kitchen area, it is massive. I mean, look how much room you've got around this table that holds 6 people. You've got casual dining over to the side as well. And this is, I'm telling you, one of the largest kitchen islands that I have seen. And they did this right because look, this is deep enough to where you can tuck the stools underneath the counter and you don't have to worry about them sticking out, taking up space. I just don't like it when builders do that. I want to push the bar stools underneath so they're out of the way. All right, let's take a look at this amazing kitchen. I also think it's really cool that they've added the big windows right here by the sink. And you can see outside. The kids are playing. You know exactly what's going on. They've done the nice farmhouse sink. You've got the 5-burner gas range with the wood or with the drawers for your pots and pans underneath, and the wood wrapped vent. Now we're gonna take a look at this exact home. It is ready, it is move-in ready. And I wanna take a look to see what has been added, upgrades, what is considered standard. So we'll be able to compare that. So let's check out a little bit further here into the kitchen. You've got your built-in microwave, built-in oven, and then you have your casual breakfast area, your little breakfast nook. But this was one of the things I really liked. I thought this was a great idea. So first of all, you've got this little nook area. And here you go for your adult beverages, the nice wine rack. You've got your wine fridge. And then your pantry, get ready because we got pantry time, is tucked away right back here. Now, the downside to that is it is a little bit far from where you're cooking, but it is tucked away. So if you wanted to do the glass doors, not everybody's gonna see inside your pantry. But let's take a look and let's see if they did a good job on the pantry. Okay. So you do have nice storage up top. They've gone and done the thicker shelves, which I like. And you've got some storage underneath. And I think this pantry is okay. The only reason I say that is because the shelves are actually way deeper than what you see in a lot of pantries. So you're still getting a lot of the storage space. So even though it's not quite as big as I'd hoped it would be, the fact that the shelves are so deep, I'm okay with it. All right, let's take a look outside. Okay, so you've got a nice covered area with a ceiling fan. And remember, these are on 70 foot. This particular plan is built on a 70-foot lot. So your backyard is really a nice size. You've got the back driveway, which normally will actually cut into the yard space. I'm not a big fan of the back driveway because it does cut into the yard space, but this doesn't seem to do that. And once again, check out the fence because they are doing this throughout the entire community. It's going on the horizontal, not the vertical. That is standard in all of the homes out here to Solterra. Okay, now we're gonna head back in and we're gonna check out the primary because there's some really cool things about this area. We are back at the stairs in the entryway. To get to your primary bedroom, you're gonna come down this hall. So I do like that it is away from everything. Your guests have a half bath right here. So here's your half bath. And you have access to the laundry room. So nice size laundry room. You've got the folding table with cabinets above and below. And then you have a nice storage closet right under the stairs. So that's your Costco closet. Really nice size primary bedroom. Your primary bathroom right here. Now, once again, they've done the single vanity, but with the dual sinks, but they've added the drawers here in between. So you've got not a lot of nice storage, but check it out. You also have this linen area right here. So you've got nice storage in a linen closet, which is really not a closet, more of a linen pantry. Now they do have the soaker tub with the walk-in shower. Now I'm gonna tell you, I think the shower's a little small. I'm in the shower and I mean, it's right here. So I was a little disappointed in the shower size. I think that in a home that's this large, and we'll talk price when we get over to the inventory home. When you've got a house this large, I was very disappointed in the shower for the primary bedroom. Okay, now let's look at the primary closet. So you've got a nice large primary closet. You know, and here's the other thing I like that they've done. They've carried the wood floors throughout the whole downstairs area with the exception of the guest bedroom. So you've got a lot of hanging space. Now they have also added a full-size window here in the primary closet, but they've already put the shade up because remember, that sun, that Texas sun is going to bleach your clothes out. This was the other part that I thought was really cool. So remember we came into the laundry room. So you can access the laundry room from this side, which is right next to the primary bedroom, or you can access it right through here, which is off of the living area. And then your garage, you're gonna enter from your garage right here. If you're upstairs, then you're gonna be carrying your laundry all the way downstairs, come through the living room, come through this entryway right here. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is that something that's gonna be convenient? Because I don't know if I wanna come all the way through the living area in order to take my clothes to the laundry room if I was upstairs. Okay, so when we come upstairs, we come right into the game room. And this is a huge game room. You've got a full-size ping pong table. And look how much space between your credenza. You've got a seating area in the back. And they've done the nice tray ceilings up above. Now, obviously, you know, we're upstairs and they have done all carpeting upstairs. So then in order to get to your secondary bedrooms, we're gonna come down this hall. So First, you've got your media room, and the media room has a really nice closet. You can store a lot of equipment, a lot of movies, DVDs. Further down the hall, you have your secondary bathroom. And I do like the fact this has got a nice linen closet in the bathroom, and you can close the door so somebody can be taking a shower while someone's getting ready. Now I will tell you, I wish they would have done 2 sinks, because if you've got 3 bedrooms up here, you're gonna have kids getting ready at the same time. Somebody in the shower, somebody needing to get ready. So only one can get ready at the sink at a time. All right, now you've got your other secondary bedrooms. And this one has an ensuite as well. So that is nice with the shower tub combination. And then you've got a nice walk-in closet. I mean, that closet's really big. But this was one of the things that I thought was so cool. You have got your own little balcony right here. You can put a couple of chairs, a small little table. You are overlooking the lake. And don't worry, because you definitely want to stick around, because we're going to show you all of the amenities that they offer here at Solterra. As a matter of fact, this community, Solterra, was ranked the #1 Masterplan community for 2025. And then some of their amenities, will take you over to the tree house. That was ranked the #1 amenity as well. This is a pretty cool neighborhood, and we are so close to Dallas. Now let's come into our final secondary bedroom. You've got your closet right up front. And this bedroom also shares access to the balcony. Okay, so this is the model home, but you know what? We've gained access to an inventory home, one that is available right now. We're about to head over there so you can see exactly what they've got, and we'll talk about the price on this inventory home. All right, let's head on over there. Okay, so we have now made it over to the inventory home for the Truman. Let's go in and check out this home so we can see, compared to the model, what all does it have. So the first thing that I noticed as we're walking up, check this out. They've put in the opaque glass. So I do absolutely love that, because quite frankly, I don't want people to know when I'm home, especially if I'm not expecting somebody. How about you? All right, so let's take a look and see how this compares to the model home. So we come in and we've got the office right to our right. Now the first thing I've noticed is they didn't do the French doors, but they did do the glass inserts. So, I mean, to me, that's not that big of a deal. And then we have our guest bedroom, our secondary bedroom downstairs. And it had the nice bathroom with the tall or the large walk-in shower. So the first thing I've noticed is they did carry the tile all the way up to the top, which I like that. Now they selected a different color for the vanity. It's a darker wood versus the lighter wood. That's fine. I think that's just gonna be a preference on what do you prefer, all right? But let's go ahead and check out the kitchen area. I mean, when you see this without furniture, it is massive. Now this is the area right here where they had the dining table, so that the round dining table that sat 6. And right off to the side, you had your eat-in breakfast. But they have done the 42-inch cabinets, but they also did the uppers with the glass doors. So that looks good. They also have the wood wrapped vent. Now this is interesting because you've got your 5 burner gas range, but instead of the drawers, they put a second built-in oven, because you also have your built-in oven with microwave here. Now, if you've got a large family, having 2 ovens, I know, is a lifesaver sometimes. But for me, I think I would prefer to have the drawers underneath for my pots and pan storage. What do you guys think? Let us know. I just prefer the drawers. Now, they did do the nice farmhouse sink, and they've done the large window. Now, they've already got blinds installed here. But I also like, look, they put in the pot filler. Can you say convenient? That is awesome. The other thing I noticed is a difference, and I know this probably isn't that big of a deal, but so you've got a drawer here. On the other home, it was actually a spice rack, so you could pull out for your spices. Now you still have the large windows, the fireplace, and the tile that goes all the way up to the very top. All right, let's check out the backyard and see if it is the same size. So you've got a covered patio. And this yard is the same size. Yeah, this is a really big backyard. With the vertical, the horizontal versus the vertical slats. Now, if you'll remember, in the model home, right by the stairs, you know, before you got the stairs, we go down this little hall over to the primary. So let's check it out. So we're gonna come back here. You've got your half bath, so that's about the same. And you can get a really good idea how big this bedroom is. That's really big. And they've done the single vanity with the double sinks. You still have your linen pantry, which I actually like the style of this one a little bit better, a little more contemporary. But this was one of the big things I noticed. They actually did a nice, deep soaker tub. If you'll remember, over in the model, it wasn't a freestanding soaker tub, it was actually built in. I like this a lot better. Now, unfortunately, the shower is still the same size, and I just think for this size of a home, the shower could be a little bit larger. And then you've got your primary closet, and they've continued the wood floors throughout here as well. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the laundry room, because if you'll remember, they had the folding table and they had the built-in shelves. Let's see if this one has it too. Yes, excellent. So you've got plenty of storage space between your upper and lower cabinets. I really like that they've done this nice large folding table, and then you also have cabinets up above your washer and dryer, so you can store all of your laundry detergent. And it does have adjustable shelves, so you can make that whatever size you need. And then here's where we enter the garage. Oh, they have the tankless water heater, which is nice. Once again, I just don't like that you have to come through the living room in order to get to the laundry room. You know, I was hoping I would like it better over here, but I don't. All right, let's head upstairs. Okay, huge game room area. And you really get a good sense without any of the furniture in here, just how large this is. But if you'll remember, over at the model home, they had a ping pong table, they had the credenza, sitting area, so this is a really big game room. All right, let's head down the hallway to the secondary bedrooms. So it's got its own ensuite bath. Nope, it's a Jack and Jill. So that is a little different from the model home, because in the model home, this was the media room. So this is a Jack and Jill bath that you share. So this, they did do the double sinks on this side with the drawers. And then you have your other secondary bedrooms. Large closets. Okay, the other thing I noticed, they didn't do the balcony. That, in my opinion, is a wasted opportunity, because this particular home actually sits right across from the lake. And you definitely want to stick around, because we're going to take the drone up and we're going to show you it's a 25-acre lake, and they've got a sandy beach where you can access the lake. But they didn't put the balcony out here, so I'm kind of disappointed with that. All right, let's go downstairs, because now we're going to talk about price for this particular home. This one is move-in ready, as you can see. So let's go ahead and head downstairs to the kitchen. Okay, so let's talk about the price. This Truman is, like I said, it's a 2-story, 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath. This one has a game room, the dining room, the covered patio. This particular one is 4249 square feet, and it is available right now. Now, the cool thing is this one actually faces the lake, so I really like that. You will never have anybody in front of you. And this is currently listed at $839,013. So that is not a bad price. This particular home, if you were looking at some of the communities up north, this would easily be $200,000 more, just because of where the location is. All right, now we're gonna go and we're gonna look at another model home and an inventory home. And we're also going to hop on the map, because I want you guys to see how close Solterra is to Dallas and why this has become one of the most popular master plan communities out there. So we're gonna hop on the map here for a quick minute, because I want you guys to see how close and convenient Solterra is to Dallas. So this is Solterra, and here is the lake that we were by. Now, if we scroll out a little bit, now once again, Solterra was right here. You can see Dallas is located right here. So it's really about 18 miles on the east side of Dallas. And you know, you're looking at about a 30-minute commute into Dallas. But what's really nice about the location of Solterra is you've got 635, which is one of our loops around the Dallas area. And you could go into the downtown Dallas area either through 30, go up 635 to 30. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of traffic that way. Or you could come up just a little bit to 352 and come in, or you could even take 175 that will hook in right here to 45 and take you into Dallas. Now, there's several different options, but what's also nice is if we're to scroll out even a little further, so this is where Solterra is located, right about here. You've got easy access to not just Dallas, but you also have easy access to go into Garland, Richardson, Madison, Plano. So it gives you a lot of opportunities depending upon where you are working in. Now let's scroll in a little bit closer, because what I want you to see is how close and convenient the schools are. Now, Solterra has an elementary that is actually going to be right there on the property. So you've got Gentry Elementary School right here. And that is, according to niche.com, a B-rated school. But if we're going to go up a little bit further, you have your middle school, Berry Middle School, that is also a B-rated school according to niche.com. And then your high school is located right here, Horn High School, and that's B+ rated for the high school. So all of your schools are going to be very close to Solterra. And that's one of the reasons why it's becoming so popular, is because it is close to the schools that are, good schools, but it's also easy access to 635. You can get all around the Dallas area. And, depending upon where you're going in the North Dallas part or the downtown Dallas area, you're really only going to look about a 30-minute commute. Now, when you take that into relation, if you were to move to the northern part of Dallas, let's say you were going to be considering the McKinney or Salina or Prosper, which are all very, very popular areas. If you work in the Dallas area, your commute is going to be, number one, a lot longer, but number two, the price points for the same home and the same square footage is going to be extremely high compared to what you're getting over at Solterra. All right, now let's go ahead and we're going to hop on back so we can take a look at another one of the beautiful model homes that is available. We are now going to tour the second model home, and this is a 1-story. And I got to tell you, there were a couple of things that I really liked about this home, and there was a couple of things, I don't know, they were just a little different. And well, let's go ahead and let's take a look inside. So I do really like, as you walk up, you've got this nice open glass door. Now, I'm not sure if I would like that, simply because I don't want everybody seeing that I'm at home. So I would probably want to get the frosted glass so that it obscures a little bit. All right, so when we come in, you've got a nice open little foyer area, and it opens right up into some entertaining space. Now, they've put the home office right here to the side. We can't get in there because obviously they use this as a sales office, but it is a nice size for an office. And then you've got the half bath right here for your guests. And then as we walk in, your living room is actually up front, and they've done the nice tall ceilings. And you get a lot of nice light, actually, considering, you've got a house right there next to it, but it is nice and open, and it does open up to the kitchen. Now, they've done the nice thick quartz countertops, and I do really like that. And you've got your 5-burner gas range with your drawers right underneath it to store all your pots and pans. The tile backsplash, and they've done the undermount stainless steel sink. The nice kitchen island, and I do like that they've done the contrasting colors instead of having it all white. So you've got the nice kitchen island, and they've got 3 bar seats here. One of the things that I don't like is they've got those bar seats pushed all the way up. And so the bar stools are going to stick out a little bit. I do prefer when the countertop overhangs a little bit more, and that way you can push the bar stools all the way out, and that way they're not in the way. But as we come into the kitchen a little bit further, you do have your built-in microwave and the built-in oven. with a lot of cabinet space. Now it's gonna be interesting because after this, you definitely wanna stick around because we're gonna go over to one of the spec homes that is this exact floor plan. And we're gonna give you the price on that one. But I wanna see the difference in what all did they include in the inventory home, and then what is really bangs, but you know, the bangs and whistles here, the bells and whistles. So it gives you an idea of what are some of the design choices you can make. Now this is one of the things that I actually didn't like because it's pantry time. Here's your pantry and it's across the way from the kitchen. So for me, that's just not very convenient. And let's take a look at the size of the pantry. I mean, it's not a bad size at all. You've got a lot of storage up top. Now, I also like that they've done the thicker shelves, so it definitely looks better than just the thin shelves that you feel like you get in an apartment. And then you've got the glass doors, and I have a feeling that that is not standard, but I don't like the fact that the pantry is across the way from the kitchen. To me, that's just not convenient. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. But one of the things that I did actually like as well is the separation of your dining area. So right off the kitchen area, so here we have our kitchen, and here's your dining room, and it's a little separate, and it's very spacious. You've got a table that will seat 8, and you still have plenty of room for a nice buffet. And once again, they've continued with the tall ceilings and then the windows. Now, this is something else that I thought was pretty cool. Let's check it out. So here's your outside, and you've got a little bit of a covered area. And your backyard is not a bad size at all, but check out the fence. So they have done the slats on the horizontal versus the vertical. I just think that it's a nice design detail, and they do the fence slats like that throughout the whole community. So all of your fences will have the horizontal versus the vertical slats. I like that. I think it's different looking, and I think it really looks more custom than just your standard, 6-foot vertical slats. All right, let's head on and look at some more of the house. We're gonna come into our primary bedroom. And they do have the nice tray ceilings and the big windows. So it is letting in quite a bit of light. And this is really a nice size because you've got your king size bed, you have your dresser, and look, you still have room on the side of both of the dressers, or not dressers, nightstands. So that actually is a really nice size, and then you still have plenty of room for your dresser with lots of floor space. Okay, now let's go into our primary bathroom. Now they've done the single vanity, but with dual sinks. And in between, they put the drawers in addition. Now you've got a soaker tub, and it does have the tile surround. So this, well, actually, you know what? That's fake tile. That's a plastic surround. I don't like that. And I don't like the soaker tub because it's not very deep. And then you've got the nice walk-in shower. Once again, excuse me, let's see. Well, no, that is tile. That is tile. And you do have the shampoo shelf there. And you've got the double hung rods along the back and on this side. So plenty of space in your primary closet. All right, we're going to check this out again. Let's see. No, okay, I was wrong because you've got your grout lines. That is actual tile. it almost didn't feel like it. It almost felt like one of the plastic inserts, but it is tile, I promise you. All right, so now we're gonna head to our secondary bedrooms. And I do like the fact that the secondary bedrooms are separate. So not only are they in the front of the house where your primary is in the back, but they're also on the other side of the house completely. All right, so let's check it out. So you come down this hall, and you've got your 3 secondary bedrooms. Now they have continued with the very tall ceilings. And I do like, look how big these windows are in the secondary bedroom. Lets in a lot of light. And then your walk-in closet. You have your other secondary bedroom, and this one's a little bit smaller. And it does not have the walk-in closet. Now the other thing, this is your secondary bathroom, and they've continued with the single sink or single vanity, but with the double sink, which is great when you've got multiple people getting ready in the morning with your tub and shower combination. But I didn't like this. So they've done the open shelves. You know, I would have preferred to have an actual linen closet, because let's face it, this is gonna be the kids' bedroom or bathroom. They're not gonna keep those shelves all nice and neat. So there's no way for you to close a door. I didn't like that. I think they should have put a door on that and made it a true linen closet in the bathroom. And then now we're gonna come right over here to our 3rd bedroom. Let's check out this closet. Okay, now this is a really nice size walk-in closet. Okay, so this is the model home, and this is a single story. It is 2778 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath with a 2-car garage. Now we're about to head over to one of the homes, the spec homes that is available in this floor plan. And then that's when we're gonna talk about pricing. So definitely wanna stick with us while we head over there and check out the next inventory home. Okay, so now we've made it over to the spec home, and I gotta tell you, you're either gonna really like this one or you're not. And I'm just not sure how I feel about this, because the brick color that they chose, well, it was just a little different, all right? Now, and that's the other reason, you know, here's the thing, guys. You need to let us know what you like, what you don't like. You wanna give us a call, because we talk with people every single day, and we help people find some of these amazing communities. And like I said, this is the top ranked master plan community for 2025, and because of all of the amenities. But let's go ahead, and we're gonna head inside, and we're gonna take a look at this single story inventory home. What did you think of that dark brick? I mean, it's almost a black color. I'm not sure if I like that or not. And the reason why is it sticks out from all of the other brick colors. They're either a lighter color or they're more of the neutral colors. So drop a comment and let us know, did you like the black brick, or would you rather have something a little more traditional? All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see how this compares to the model home. So you come in, you've got the half bath. No, this is a full bath. Interesting, because in the model home, if I remember correctly, it was a half bath, and this would be your office or study. And it still should be, because there's no closet in here. So you've got an office. Now, they didn't have the glass doors, and then you've got a full bath right here. And this one is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. So if you'll remember, this was your living area, and it really is large. And then your kitchen right here. Now they've done the 5-burner gas, and they also did the second oven, built-in oven under the range. And in the model home, they had the drawers, and I like that a lot better. Now I get it, if you've got a large family and you need a double oven, then that works great. That works for you. Because you've got another oven over on the side of the refrigerator. So you get the built-in oven and the built-in microwave right here. Now they did go ahead, and I do like that they have all of the upper cabinets and the glass cabinets. And they've got nice shelves right here above the sink. You've got your large quartz countertop. And if you'll remember, over in the model home, this is your pantry. And they had the glass doors. Now this doesn't have the glass doors, which it definitely makes it better, in my opinion. And the pantry is a really nice size, so you've got your double doors here. But once again, if I'm cooking over here, I don't want to come all the way over here from my pantry. I want it to be easier and more accessible. That's just me. But then again, what do I know? Because I really don't cook anyway, so. All right, now, you will also remember we had the nice dining area here. And it is really a nice, large space. They did the pretty chandelier. Now let's take a look at the backyard. So you've got your covered patio, and then your backyard. I mean, it's not a bad size, but remember, we talked about sometimes when you have a back entry garage like we've got here, that's going to take up some of the yard space. So just think about this. If you didn't have a back entry garage, your yard would be not only all of this, but then you would have all of this area as well. Some people prefer a back entry garage. Some people prefer a front entry garage. You know, I've had both. I think I like the front entry garage for me personally. But what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. All right, so now we're gonna come down right off of the living area and the dining area into your primary bedroom. Now they did do the tray ceilings here as well. I love that. Let's see what the bathroom looks like. Okay, so you've got the single vanity, but with the double sinks. Now they have just done the large walk-in shower for this, and they've done the linen closet, which you can close, but then you also have shelving here if you wanted to put some decorative items, towels, whatever you want to put there. And then the closet really is about the same. Okay, let's go and check out the secondary bedrooms and see how they compare to the model. Before we do that, here's where you would enter in from your garage. So you do have plenty of space. You could put a nice little drop-off area with your laundry room. All right, now let's head to the secondary rooms. So as we come down the hall, you've got your first secondary room here. So this is all going to be really pretty. It's going to be exactly the same. You have your other secondary. All right, let's see what they did in the bathroom here. Now they did do the double sink with a single vanity, but see, once again, they just put the shelves here, and so you can't close that off. And I don't know about you. I don't know any kids that are going to keep that clean. It's going to be messy. You know, I want to be able to close that off so people don't see what type of linens I have there or any of my toiletries, things of that nature. All right, then here is our last secondary bedroom. Okay, let's head to the kitchen and let's talk about price. Okay, So this is the 1-story. It is 4 bedrooms with 2.5 baths. It's a 2-car garage. Now this is 2778 square feet, and I do like the fact that it is a single story. I mean, for a single story, this is a really big house. So if you're looking for a single story, this one might be for you. This particular one right now today is listed for $588,177. Now they have other inventory homes that are this particular floor plan that will start in the low 500,000s. So you can, depending upon what elevation you choose, depending upon any of the upgrades that you want to add in, it will go up from there. But you're looking at around the low 500,000s. All right, I want to go out and I want to check out these amenities, because if you'll remember, some of these amenities were ranked the very best amenities in 2025. Let's go see why.